Okay, everybody, can we start the video? Okay, we're gonna start the lesson now. So let's on your video. Okay, so Anson, Janelle, Rainer, Aiden, Yoke, okay, and Philip, okay, Caleb. Okay, come, let's start. Okay, I vomited. What happened? Okay, it's okay. All right, we need to go toilet, then you can go to toilets. It's all right. But once you're ready, you'll turn on the video once you're ready. Okay, now, okay, make sure you all can hear my voice. Anyone who can't hear my voice, you have to let me know. All right, everyone can hear my voice clearly, right? Okay, so Aiden is there. Okay, today there are lesser people because I think most of the students they have gone overseas. Maybe they went for holidays. Okay, now the paper one today is a little tough. Okay, Miss Ong saw the paper is a little tough. So not easy. Okay, but we will still go through everything and then see how well you have done the paper. Okay, let's look at question one. Okay. Question one. Okay, hang on for a while. Okay, question one. So let's look at the first one. Okay, ready? So the lesson is recorded. So if you need to watch it, you have to watch it. Aiden, you have to change your background because your background is very distracting. Change your background to normal or blurry background. Okay, so that everybody is not looking at your background because it's a plane flying. So Aiden, can you change your background to something else? Okay, Philip, once you're ready, you need to turn on the video, unless your whole face is not pleasant to let everyone see. Okay, come, let's start. Okay, now question one. So which digit is in the tens place? Now this is a decimal, right? Decimal means you have to look for the digit in the decimal, look for a digit that's a decimal, right? So for example, this is what? The digit in front of the decimal point is always the ones. Okay, the digit in front of the decimal point is the ones, and then the 6 will be your tens. Okay, and then the digit behind, right behind the decimal point, that is your tender with a th. Okay, so which digit is in the tens place, which is your digit 7? Answer number 2. And then how about the digit 8? That will be your hundred. Okay, hundred. So every time you see a th, that means that it is a decimal already. Okay, so question 2. All right, any question you can, I think we can have 1 or 2 questions. All right, but too many questions, we will have to wait until the end of the lesson. Today, there are not many students, so I think we can have some time for questions. Okay, now, how do you change the cm into meters? So you have to take 3050 cm, and to change into meters, you have to divide by 100. Okay, so how to divide by 100 without doing a lot of working? You change the whole number into a decimal. So create a decimal point and then shift the decimal point to the left. When you divide by 100, you shift to the left 1 and 2 because there are 2 zeros. So you have to shift to the left 2 times and you will get 30.50. What is 30.50? Which is also 30.5. So what answer is that? Number 3, 30.5 meters. Okay, all right, Jordan on the video and Minshen also. Okay, Mel paid $2.50 for 50 stickers. How much did each sticker cost? You have to take $2.50 divided by 50 stickers. Now, avoid decimal, right? When you do your paper one, always try to avoid decimal so that it's easier to work with whole numbers, right? Whole numbers are always easier than decimal. So I changed the dollars and cents into what? Into cents. And then I divide by 50. All right, 50 stickers. So how do I divide? Take out 1 0, cancel 1 0, here also cancel 1 0. And you will get 25 divided by 5, which is 5. So how much did 1 sticker cost? 1 sticker costs 5 cents. So answer number 1. Okay, so avoid decimals as much as you can because once you have decimal, it's a bit harder, all right, harder to work out. Okay, question 4, what is the likely mass of a digital thermometer? It cannot be 0.12 gram because 0.12 gram is less than 1 gram. Okay, less than 1 gram is super light. It's very, very, very light, like a feather. Okay, so number 1 is out. It cannot be 1.2 gram because it's also very, 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 very light. Okay, 1.2 gram is actually maybe a 5-cent coin. Okay, the mass, the weights of a 5-cent coin. So number 2 is also out. So it's either 12 grams or 120 grams. Okay, so which is the better one? Which is the correct mass? 120 grams is the mass of a loaf of bread. Okay, no, your loaf of bread is something like that. So if you buy a loaf of bread, it's about 120 grams. So your loaf of bread is not as heavy. It's heavier than the thermometer, your digital thermometer, which is lighter than the loaf of bread. So 120 grams is the mass of a loaf of bread. So your thermometer cannot be as heavy as a bread. So it has to be about 12 grams. Okay, I'm sure you have seen the oral thermometer, right? You bring to school every day. It's actually very, very light. Okay, it's also quite light. Okay, 12 grams. Okay, let's go to number 5. Each figure is made of 1 square and 4 identical equilateral triangles. Equilateral triangles means all the sides are the same. So 2 of the triangles in each figure are shaded. So which figure has a line of symmetry? Okay, so which is that? Is answer number 4, because I can draw a line like this, and that will be symmetric already. So I think so this question should be quite easy for you to do. So number 4 is the symmetric figure. You can draw a line of symmetry. All right, and the other figures, you can't cut it. You cannot cut it into 2 equal sides. So the other answers are not correct. Okay, now question number 6. Okay, which of the following is true? There is only one straight line. So be very careful because there's only one straight line. So it doesn't form an X because there's only one straight line. If there are 2 straight lines, then there'll be X. So is angle P equal to angle R? Not true, okay, because there's no X. Okay, no X. So number 1 is out. Angle Q equal to angle S, also not true because there's no X. If there's X, then they are equal if there's an X. So number 2 is not true. R plus Q is equal to 180, which is not true because this is not a straight line. Okay, R plus Q doesn't equal to 180 because it's not a straight line. P plus Q is 180, which is true because there is a red color straight line. Okay, the red color line is a straight line. So angle P plus angle Q add together will be 180 degrees. So when there's a straight line, what is the property? Angle on the straight line equal to 180 degrees. Okay, all right, clear? No questions? Okay, let's go to the next one. Question number 7. Okay, now, a schedule of an online course is shown. One activity leads to another without any break, so there's no rest in between. Mrs. Lee was 5 minutes late for the Zoom session. So what time did she start the Zoom session? She started at 2:35 p.m. Okay, because she was 5 minutes late, and she left 10 minutes before the end of the QA, the end of the question and answer session. So what time did she leave? So you have to look at the closure. Okay, look at this one. That's the end of the QA session, right? The QA session ends at 4:25. Did she leave at 4:25? No, she left 10 minutes earlier. So she left at 4:15 p.m. Am I correct? So make sure you have the right time, otherwise everything wrong already. And then how to find the hours and minutes? You have to jump to the nearest hour. Nearest hour is 3 p.m. That will be 25 minutes. Okay. And then the nearest hour over here, the nearest hour is 4 p.m. So 3 to 4 p.m. is 1 hour. And then 4 to 4:15, that will be another 15 minutes. So what is the hours and minutes? So you will have 1 hour and 40. Okay, 1 hour and 40 minutes. And change the 1 hour and 40 minutes into minutes. 1 hour is 60, 60 plus 40, that will be 100 minutes. So your answer is number 3. Okay, all right, so do you get the right timing? Hope you get the right timing correct. Okay, let's go to number 8. Okay, number 8 is the hard question, right? It's a 1 mark, but it seems a little hard. So what's the lesson for this question 8? Now to do this question 8, you need to think of a method, ratio method. But how to do ratio? There's no ratio inside here. So it's actually quite easy. If you want to make 9 pizzas, what is the flour that you need? 150 grams, right? What's the butter that you need, which is 100 grams? And what is the sugar that you need? That will be 50 grams. Okay, 50 grams. So you need this ratio to make 9 pieces of cookies or biscuits. All right, she has only half kg of flour, which is 500. She has only 420 grams of butter, and she has only 110 grams. Okay, so how many biscuits can she make? Very simple. You look at the ratio, right? Look at the ratio that you need, which is over here. Okay, and can you see that there are 50 grams of sugar. I need 50 grams of sugar, right, to make 9 pieces. So over here is 110. So I have to, what do I do? What is the closest I can get? I have to times 2 to get something close to 110. So that'll be 100 already, right? And then 100 grams of butter, I also times 2, that'll be 200 grams. 150 times 2, which is the flour, that will be 300 grams. So what is the greatest number of biscuits I can make? I can make only 2 groups, 2 times. I can only make 2 times of the biscuits, which means that if one time is 9 biscuits, one group is 9 biscuits, I have to make 2 times. I can only make 2 times. So I can only make 18 biscuits. So the answer is number 1, right? Why I cannot times 3? Because if I times 3, or why cannot times 3? Why times 2? Because if I times 3, what will happen? My 50 times 3 will overshot already, will be more than what I have, which is 150. So overshot already. So I cannot times 3. Even though I still, even though I still have a lot of flour, I still got a lot of butter, but I can't make more biscuits because why? I don't have enough sugar to make more biscuits. Do you understand? Okay, yeah. So I cannot times 3 because if I times 3, my sugar is not enough. Even though my butter and my flour is more than enough, but my sugar is not enough. So I cannot times 3. So the most biscuits I can get is 9 times 2. All right, 9 biscuits times 2 times, right? And I can only get 18 biscuits. So that's ratio. Okay, a bit of ratio. All right, any questions? If you understand? Okay, all right, let's move on. Okay, anyone has any question, you can stay behind and ask me later. Okay, what's the next question? Hang on. Question 9. Okay, question 9. At the school, each pupil choose either sports or athletic as CCA. Figure 1 and figure 2 shows the pupil's choice. You need to put the numbers on the bar graph. So count the gaps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your 5 unit is 10. Your 1 unit is 2. So how many girls like aesthetic, which is 30, and how many girls like sports, which is 24. So make sure you have the numbers there. And then how many boys like athletic, which is 10, 12, 14, 16, right? 16. And how many boys like sports, which is 18. Okay, that's the first step. When you have bar graph, line graph, you must put the numbers on the bar graph. Okay, what is the difference in the pupils who choose sports as CCA and the pupils who choose athletic as CCA? So you will need to add sports, add the pupils who choose sports, which is 24 plus 18, that will be 42. And how many pupils like athletic? 30 plus 16, that will be 46. 46 pupils like athletic, 42 pupils like sports. So what's the difference? Minus. The difference is 4. So your answer is number 4. Okay? Yep. All right. All these are 1 mark, supposedly to be easier lah. Okay, which of the following fractions is smaller than 1/4? Okay, now this one can be a bit hard for some of you. So is there a way to do it? Yeah, there's actually a way to do it. Okay, first of all, you can eliminate those that are out already. Like this is 1/4 already, which is not less than 1/4. So this is out. Okay, so what do you do? Now, you look at the first one, 9 over 35. Is it less than, is it smaller than 1/4? There is a way to do. You take the denominator, okay, and you go and divide by 4. Okay, divide by 4, all right, to get quarter. And then 7 times 4, you get 28. Oh, 8 times 4, sorry. 8 times 4, you get 32. Okay, let me just try again. So you divide by 4 to get how many is 1/4? 8 times 4, 32, right? And you will get, then you continue, all right? So you put the 0 down, and then you have 7 times 4, 28, and then there's a remainder 2, add 1 0, pull down, and you get something like 8.75, right? So it means that you have 8.75 over 35. That is your 1/4, which is a funny fraction. It's a very funny fraction. There's a decimal in the fraction, but that is your 1/4. Okay, 1/4. So it's 9. Your 9 over 35, is it smaller than 8.75? It's bigger. So number 1 is out. So this is one way to compare. You take the denominator and then go and divide by 4 to get your 1/4 looks like what? Your 1/4 looks like 8.75 over 35. Then do the same thing with the next one. The 29, 7 over 29, do the same thing. 29, you can divide by 4. And then you take 7 times 4, 28, and then you get remainder 1. Then continue to divide, raise up the decimal point, put the 0 down. 2 times 4 is 8, and then there's a remainder 2. Add 1 more 0, pull down, and 5 times 4, 20. Okay, so what is your fraction? Your fraction will look very funny also. 7.25 over 29. All right, a very funny fraction. So is your 7 over 29 smaller than 7.25? Yes, it's smaller. See, 7 over 29 is smaller than 7.25. So number 2 is the fraction that you want. Okay, that's one way. Okay, that's one way to compare. All right, to compare the fractions. Okay, any question? All right.
Mr. Ong, there's another way. If you take the, for example, 1/4, right? If you take the 1 and times when they give you the options, you just times the top number, which is, for example, 9. And then if the thing is bigger than the 4 times the top, then that means it's smaller or bigger.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let me show you another way. Okay, another way, which is what Anson say. There are a few ways actually. So this way, my way of doing is maybe a bit hard because you have to divide. You must know how to divide to get decimal. So we also don't want to do too many steps. So let me show you another way, which is what Anson said, or I think is what Anson said. Okay, so what is the other way, which could be a little easier? Okay, which is, okay, now let's just look at the number 2, for example. Okay, 7 over 29, right? And then 1/4, right? You just make the denominator the same. Make them the same. So 29 times 4. What is 29 times 4? Okay, I'm going to use my calculator so we can do a bit faster. 29 times 4 will be what? 29 times 4 is 116. And then 7 times 4 is 28. So just make the denominator the same. And then 4 times 29 is also 116. And then 1 times 29 is, see? That's also another way, right?
No, wait, I mean as in like the top number times the top number.
Okay, looks a bit complicated. Okay, all right, if you know how to do, then it's fine lah. You know how to do. Okay, but it's but you can see there are a few ways of getting the answer already. Okay, so who prefer this way? This way could be easier, right? Just make the denominator the same and then compare. So 29 times 4, all right, 29 times 4 and then 4 times 29. Okay, over here. So that's how you make the denominator the same, and that's how you compare. All right, so this could be easier for some of you, but otherwise you can also divide to get your decimal. All right, so either way, and then Anson, you have a third way, a third way. So there are 3 ways. Okay, maybe there are 3 ways to get the same answer. Okay, good. Anyway, so well done. Let's go to the next one. Question 11. Okay, question 11. Okay, question 11. And what do we have? Okay, what is the percentage discount for the purchase of 10 tickets? Now, you will need to do something, do some pictures to help you to find how many groups of what? How many groups of 4? All right, because there's a $2 discount for every 4 tickets. So I got 4 tickets already, another 4 tickets, and then 2 tickets. So how much is 4 tickets? Well, if there are 4 tickets, then you must take $8 each times 4. 8 times 4, okay, to get how much is 8 times 4 will be $32. Okay, $8 times 4. So you're supposed to pay $32, but because you buy 4 tickets at the same time, so you have a discount. So you minus 2, you only pay $30. So this is $30. This is also $30. Okay, and then the other 2 tickets, there's no discount. So you take $8 times 2, that will be 16. Okay, no discount. Then you plus them together. How much do you pay altogether? That will be $76. Okay, so what is the percentage discount? To get your percentage discount, you must get your fraction because it's easier. So the numerator is the discount. So what's the discount? Then you have to find the original price without the discount. What is the original price if there's no discount? You take 10 tickets that you want to buy times $8. So $80, no discount. Right, there is no discount. Okay, then what's the discount? So you take $80 minus 76, there's a discount of $4. And what's the denominator? The denominator is the price at first, which is your usual price, which is no discount. Okay, so to get the percentage discount, you must have a fraction. The numerator is the discount, the denominator is the normal price. Got it? All right, if you understand that, then the rest is simple. All right, then you get your fraction already, which is 1/20, and then make the denominator into 100. So 20 times 5 and 1 times 5. Once your denominator is 100, how many percent discount? 5. Okay, 5% discount. You got it? Understand? Okay, so there's an important concept on how to get your percentage discount. All right, always try to get your fraction first. Okay, next one. At a hawker center, each table had either 3 or 5 chairs. The number of tables to the number of chairs is 7:25. What is the ratio of the tables with 5 chairs to those with 3 chairs? All right, this is a little hard. Okay, this is a little hard already. So what do? So the ratio of tables to the chairs is 7:25. So which means what? Which means that every table has at least how many chairs? You take 25 divided by 7. Okay, 25 divided by 7 tables. Every table will have at least 3 chairs, and there is a remainder 2, a remainder 4. Okay, remainder 4. Okay, all right. Now, why do I do that? Okay, because I'm going to show you a model. And this model you may not have seen before. It's a it's a model that is not common. Okay, not common. All right. So how do you draw this model? 7 tables. All right, there are 7 tables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, it's actually not a model, it's a diagram. Someone call it a model, it's a diagram. So there are 7 tables. Every table has at least 3. Can you see that? Right, you take all the chairs, divide by 7 tables, you get 3. So you draw a big block and cut it into 7 columns. Okay, 7 columns, and then cut into 3 rows because every table has 3 chairs. Okay, this is the tables, these are the chairs. Every table has 3 chairs, and there's a remainder 4. So where do you put the 4 chairs? The remainder 4 chairs. Some tables has either 3, some tables has 5. So what do? I draw another 4 more chairs. See, I draw another 4 more chairs for 2 tables, right? Okay, then how many tables have only 3 chairs? Then these are the tables with only 3 chairs, right? Which is how many? 5. 5 tables, right? And how many tables have 4 chairs? Or how many tables have 5 chairs? So you have 2 tables with 5 chairs. So what's the ratio of tables with 5 chairs to the table with 3 chairs? That would be 2:5. So the answer is number 2. Okay, so this one gets a little, right, it's a little not easy, but once you understand what I'm doing, then hopefully the diagram, right, you can draw a diagram to help you to see more clearly. There are 7 tables, right, you can see there are 7 boxes on top. Every table has at least 3 chairs, right? So these are the table with 3 chairs, right? Can you see all these tables with at least 3 chairs? And then what do with the remainder 4? That remainder 4 give to the other tables, and they will have how many chairs already? They will have 5 chairs already. See? All right. So the remainder 4 give to these 2 tables, and these 2 tables will have 5 chairs. And all the other tables will have how many chairs now? All the other tables will only have 3 chairs only. Got it? Clear? Easy? So, okay. So when you solve it, it may be hard, but now you can see it's actually not that hard. It's quite easy once you understand. Okay, question 13. Right, question 13, your line method. Now, Gabriel rented a board game, and what did he do? It was overdue. And the payment for the overdue board game was based on the charges below. So you have a line method, and he paid a total of $3.80, right? So what do? You have to cut the first 7 days, all right? The first 7 days, and how much is this first 7 days? 20 times 7, because it's per day. You need to watch out for the per. Per means each. So 20 times 7, $1.40. Okay. And then what's the left? What's the balance? $3.80 minus $1.40. You will get $2.40. And that will be how many days? You take $2.40 and now divide by 40. Right? So how to divide? Change the decimal, change the dots, change the dollars and cents into cents so that you avoid decimal, and then you divide by 40 cents. So cancel 1 0, cancel 1 0. And you have 24 divided by 4, that will be 6 days. So how many days were overdue? 6 plus 7, answer will be 13. Right, 13 days overdue. Okay. Okay, let's go on to question 14. Okay, gets harder. Why is it a bit harder? Because it's wordy, more wordy. But when it gets more wordy, it doesn't mean that it's harder when it gets more wordy. It just means that there's more things to read, but it may not be hard. So 25 people were asked to wrap a rice dumpling. The table shows the number of people with the following time. So the first 6 people who wrapped the rice dumpling the fastest were given a prize each. So who are the first 6? Who are the 6 people here? So you have to, you can see, right? These are the 6 people who qualify for the prize. Okay, and the rest of them, they take longer time, right? So 9 people needed at least 60 seconds to wrap a rice dumpling. So is that true? At least 60 seconds. So where is until 60 seconds? At least. What is at least? At least 60 seconds means 60 seconds and more. So how many people take 60 seconds and more, which is over here, right? 60 seconds and more. How many people? So you add all these numbers, right? So you have 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 4, 14. 14 plus 2 is 16 already. So is it 9 people needed at least 60 seconds? No, it's 16 people, not 9 people. So A is out. Okay, you have to prove it. Whatever you do, you must prove. Or you cannot just anyhow just put an answer there. The slowest time that Daphne could have clocked was 70 seconds. Slowest time that Daphne could have clocked. Not true, right? Because Daphne won a prize. So she must have gotten at least at the most 50 seconds. At the most. Right? She must have gotten at the most 50 seconds and not 70 seconds. So B is wrong. Because why? Because the slowest time that she could have clocked, what is the slowest time that she could have clocked? 50 seconds. Then that will be true. Okay. Now, 36% of the people use less than 1 minute. Okay, so can you find how many people altogether? They are altogether 25 people, right? Altogether. So how many people use less than 1 minute? So where are the people who use less than 1 minute? Then you have to start looking at here, which is 40 seconds, 50, and 55, which is less than 1 minute. Okay, less than 1 minute. So how many people use less than 1 minute? 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 3, 9. And how do you get the percentage of people who use less than 1 minute? How do you get the percentage? You write as a fraction again. So every time you have a percentage, you always write as a fraction. So what fraction of the people use less than 1 minute? So 9. 9 over 25. So always write your fraction before you convert, before you write your percentage, because fraction is easier to get your percentage. So change the denominator into 100 times 4. And then on top, you also times 4, 36 over 100. And isn't that 36%, which is answer true, right? So statement C is true. Got it now? Are you clear? Everybody understand? Okay, anyone? All right, if you understand, I'll just give a nod so that Mr. knows that I'm talking English. Okay, good. Caleb understand, right? Everybody else also understand. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Question 15. Question 15 is it can be hard, it can be easy, depending on whether you have applied what I told you. So what should you be doing? You should be writing out your ratio. So the ratio of the area of circle A to circle B to circle C is 1:9:4. Okay, write out the ratio. And how do you change the fraction to ratio? Ms. Tong said many times, you must know how to convert the fraction to ratio. Otherwise, you can't do this. So how to convert? Now, the area of circle A is 4. Okay, 4. And one part is shaded. So label, one part is shaded. That is your second ratio. So now you have 2 ratios already. So what do? You compare and see what is the same. But the numbers are not the same. So you times 4 and make the number equal. Okay, all right. And then what do you get? All right, so after you times 4, you will get 4 is to 36. 1 times 4, 9 times 4, and 4 times 4. Okay, and then how about this one? Here, no change. Okay, no change. So once you make A, no, the A, you make them equal already, right? Can you see the equal already? You can call them units. They're all units already. Okay, so this is the concept. If you don't know how to do this, then you have a problem already. Yeah, then you can't do the question. So you must know how to do this. This is the concept of ratio. Okay, then what do? Then the next thing to do is to put the numbers into your diagram. All right, so what's the shaded? Shaded is, where's the shaded? Okay, if you look carefully, be careful. 1/4 of circle A is shaded, not the circle C, not the circle C. Okay, then the unshaded A must be what? 3. Okay, and then the whole circle B is 36. So you take 36 minus 1 unit, which is the shaded part. And what is your C? C is 16 unit, right? 16 unit. So you take 36, which is your circle B, minus 1, minus 16, and you will get the unshaded C. So what do you get? 36 minus 1 minus 16, you get 19. So the unshaded C is 19 units. Okay? All right, so you need to transfer all the units onto your pictures. Then what fraction of the whole figure? So what's the whole figure? So you add 3 plus 1, 4. Then 4 plus 19 plus 16, you will get 39. So the whole figure is made of 39 units, the entire figure. And what fraction is shaded? I think that's 1 plus 16, right? 1 plus 16, very easy, right? 1 unit and here 16. So 17 units are shaded. So your answer is number 1. Okay, are you clear? All right. Okay, no questions, huh? So Jordan, okay, no question. Make sure that y'all are looking at the screen and not looking at something else. If you're looking at something else, then then don't waste time now. Okay, then okay, don't you come here, then it's like wasting time already if you're not looking at the screen. Okay, let's look at question 16. All right, now we go on to the easy questions. All right, question 16. Okay, question 16. Okay, now over here, the angle. Okay, what's the angle? Let me just give you the answer, okay, for this one. So what's the angle for this one? Or should I use okay, let me use my protractor. Let me use my protractor and see what's the angle. Okay, so take your protractor and then put the center point of the protractor onto the angle. Okay, make sure the baseline is sitting nicely on the dark line. Okay, the baseline of the protractor is sitting nicely on the dark line of the figure. All right. Oh, okay, and all right, and once you have put already and you can't see the line clearly, draw the line longer so that it comes out of the ruler, comes out of the protractor. And I think, and then which 0 do you look at? You look at the 0 on the same side as the line, okay, which is where? Which is over here, okay, the 0 over here on this side. And you start counting and you will see it's between 100 and 110. So it's about 105, okay, 105 degrees. So your angle should be about 105 plus and minus 1, okay, plus and minus 1. So which means that if you get 106 or 104, your answer is correct. Okay, so let me just check the answer key. Answer key put 107. 107. Yeah, Caleb, what do you? Yeah, you raise your hand.
I wrote 107.
107. Okay, answer key is 107. If you put 107, okay, fine. Mr. will accept it because my protractor may be not very accurate. Okay, so you put 107, which is the answer key, you are correct. But the lesson here is to know how to use a protractor to find the angle. That's a lesson. Okay, so you must know where to put the protractor and which 0 to look at. Look at the 0 on the same side as the dark line. Okay, not on the other side, because on the other side, there is no line. Okay, on the other side, no line, so you can't measure. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, by now, this one you must know how to divide already. So find the value of 4 divided by 3 over 5. So you have to first change the whole number into a fraction, and then keep the fraction, change the divide to times, and then flip upside down. Okay, keep, change, flip, and then you cannot cancel, then you multiply. So 4 times 5 is 20, and 1 times 3 is 3. And then you do your division, So 20 divided by 3. So 6 times 3 is 18, and there's a remainder 2. Yep. So what's the fraction? What's the mixed number? 6 and 2/3. And how do you get 6 and 2/3? You can do this way, 6, 2, 3. So that's how you get your fraction, how you get your mixed number. Okay, question 18. Okay, we go slow. Mr. is going through slowly so that you understand the concept. Now, Maureen did not give the cashier $50 note, or Maureen gave the cashier $50 note to pay for a t-shirt. The cashier did not have any coins as small change. So Maureen gave her another 30 cents and she received a $10 note as change. So what was the cost of the t-shirt? Now, this question tests you on your, of course, your English comprehension. It tests you on your logic. Okay, your logic. What is your logical reasoning? So if you have a $50 note and what happened? The cashier doesn't have coins to give you back. Then Maureen gave her another 30 cents. So you will need to add another 30 cents to get to find how much you give the cashier altogether. And once you give the cashier this money, then the cashier return you $10 note as change. So you take $50.30 and minus the change. That will give you what? That will give you the cost of the t-shirt. And that will be how much? That will be, you're going to do your working, $40.30. Right? So question 18 is $40.30. So quite easy, 2-mark question, quite easy, but it's about your logical reasoning, all right? How you reason out. Okay, question 19. Okay, now this one, this is quite interesting because you see like a map, something like a map. Okay, so look at the map. Name the 2 roads that are parallel. So if you look carefully, the roads are quite easy to recognize. Which are the 2 roads that are parallel? Road D and your road E. They are pointing in the same direction. Okay, they are equal distance apart. All right, parallel lines means what? Parallel means they point in the same direction and the distance between them is equal. That's how you know that they are parallel. Okay, so your answer is D and E. Okay, D and E. Okay, so let me just put down over here. Okay, part B. What is part B? Mingfa was at the position marked at the start. After turning 90 degrees anti-clockwise, he faced the airport. So which landmark was he facing before the turn? So he was at the mark. Okay, what do you do? Put him over here. Draw a person. Okay, draw a person there. And what do you do with this person? Okay, what do you do? Remember, Mr. Ong taught you in the paper 1, you can actually put the compass inside him. All right, something like this. Okay, make sure that your compass, let me just use a darker line. This is the center. He's in the center of the compass. And use a pencil so that you can always erase. Okay, and where was he facing? After turning 90 degrees anti-clockwise, he faced the airport. So he was facing the airport in the end. So your diagonal line must cut through the square diagonally. Cut the square into half. And how do you work backwards? Because you want to find where was he facing at first. So you have to work backwards. So you turn 90 degrees, anti-clockwise become clockwise. So you work backwards. Okay, but before that, you need to complete your compass. Okay, complete your compass like this. See? Yeah, use a pencil. All right, and then work backwards. So how do you work backwards? Anti-clockwise become clockwise. So you turn clockwise 90 degrees. So where was he facing at first? He must be facing the, what is that? What's that? Car park, right? He must be facing the car park at first. So answer is car park, right? Car park. Do you get the answer correct? All right, car park, okay? All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's move on already. Okay, question 21. So we come to the 2-mark question. So find the value of 2 divided by 7. So you will know how, you must know how to divide. So 0 times 7, 0. And then there's a remainder 2. Create a decimal point, pull the 0 down, raise up decimal point. 2 times 7 is 14. All right, 14, and then you minus, remainder 6, add 1 more 0, pull down. And by the way, is your answer 0.2? No, because you didn't round off yet. So continue dividing, pull the 0 down, and then 8 times 7 is 56, and there's a remainder 4. And you can stop already, okay, because you need to round off. So how do you round off? You draw a line to show how a 1 decimal place look like. And you look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? Yes, add 1. And what's your nearest one decimal place, which is 0.3. Okay, got it? All right, let's go on to the next one. Abigail, are you there? Abigail, Miss Ong sees, oh, very bright, your background. All right, Abigail, if you are there, Miss Ong would like to see you. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question 22. Now, use the digits to form the smallest multiple of 5. It means can divide by 5. Shortcut, how do you form a number that can divide by 5, which is a multiple of 5? Which digit can divide by 5? 0. Okay, 0 can divide by 5. So that is your last digit. And you want the smallest. So you start with the smallest digit. And then after that, we'll be getting bigger and bigger, right? So that is your smallest multiple of 5, 2890. Okay, all right. So you have to look out for the digit that can divide by 5. And that will be at the last. Okay, that is at the last place. Okay, part B. Part B is the one that you need to pay close attention. It looks very simple, but okay, now part B. Find the number closest to 9,000. And some of you, what do? You start with 8, and then you have 9. Oh no, you did 8, 9, right? 8, 9, and then 2, 0. And you have this as the number because you always start with the smaller digit, which is 8. Now, unfortunately, this may not be the answer. Or okay, maybe is this the answer? No, I don't think this is the answer, unfortunately. Why? Because you want a number that's closer to 9,000. So don't forget to what? Don't forget to have 9 in front also. You could have 9,000 and something that is even closer to 9,000. So can I form the smallest number starting with 9? 9, 0, right? 9, 0, 2, 8. So which number is closer to 9,000? Is it 8720 or 9028? You take 8920, you minus 9,000, okay? 8920 or 9,000 minus 8920, you get a difference of 80. There's a difference of 80. And if I take 9028 minus 9,000, I have a difference of 28. The smaller the difference, the closer, the nearer you are to the number. So your answer has to be 9,028. So the lesson here is don't always start with 8. You could have 9,000 something that is even closer. Okay, you understand? Okay, so don't forget to also check whether 9,000 something is closer. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, question 23. Okay, question 23. Some books were shared equally among 40 children at first. When 10 of them give up their share, the rest receive 2 extra books each. How many books did each child get at first? Okay, again, this is logic. Okay, logic. It's about your reasoning. Okay, now what is your reasoning? If there are 40 children at first, okay, all of them have some books and 10 of them don't want. So they give their share to the rest. Okay, they give up their share. So how many pupils get more? You have 30 children get more books. Okay, the 10 children don't want, so they give away to other children. So you have 30 children who get more. And how many did these 30 children get? They get 2 extra. So you have to times 2, right? 2 extra. So all these 30 children get how many extra? They will get 60 extra. Okay, they will get 60 extra, right? But do these 60 extra belong to these 30 children? Do these 60 extra books belong to these 30 children? They don't. They belong to who? They belong to the 10 children who don't want. So you can divide by 10 because why? Because you want to find each of them gets how many actually. So 60 books return back to the 10 children. So now you take 60 divided by 10, everyone gets 6. So how many books did one child get at first? 6. Right, so each person gets 6. Understand now? This is again your logical reasoning. Logic. Is there a method here? Not really a method, it's about how you reason out. Okay, how you logic, how you rationalize the question. Okay, question 24. Okay, question 24, let's go on. Model. Now you have model already, method. So Daryl baked some cookies. He sold 3/4 of the cookies at a fundraising event, and he ate 1/6 of the remainder. Is the first fraction talking about the cookies? The second fraction is talking about the remainder. Are they talking about the same thing? No. So you don't make the denominator the same. By now you should be quite familiar whether the fractions are talking about the same thing or not the same thing. So these two fractions are not talking about the same thing. So you don't add the fractions together. You don't make the denominators the same, but you can still draw. So you draw the first fraction. How do you draw? All the cookies cut into four boxes, and he sold 3. So label, got to label, right? And where's the remainder? This is the remainder, right? This is the right side is the remainder. What do you do with the remainder? You have to cut it into 6, right? 6, right? Because the remainder there is you have to cut it into 6 because the denominator says so. 6 so 1. Okay, let me cut nicely lah. Okay, let me just use a thinner line. So you have to cut this box remainder into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And by the way, use dotted lines. Okay, dotted lines so that you can still see the original box. Okay, like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, dotted line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, label. You also have to label. So this is the remainder. And what did he do with the remainder? He 8. So you label 1 little box. This is your 8. And then there are 5 left, 5 units left. And this is your 35. Okay, 35 left. And how many cookies did he bake? Which must be the whole rectangle. So you're supposed to find the whole rectangle, right? And that's your model. Okay, so those who are, if you are weak in math, what do? You got to draw your model. There's no other way already, right? Okay, then you start counting 1 unit, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 units, right? Which is your 35. And then your 1 unit is 7, right? And if 1 unit is 7, you count all the units in the rectangle. That will be how many units altogether? How many units? There'll be 24 units, right? So 24 units altogether, then 24 times 7, you will get altogether 168 cookies. Yep. Okay, if you still get it wrong, after going through several of these questions, either you never draw the model, which I suspect, or you don't understand how to draw the model. So it's either one, or you don't draw the model. Okay, so draw the model, and then you will be able to get the answer correct. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Question 25. Okay, now measure the side AB of the triangle. Now, my ruler is not able to measure accurately, but what should your answer be? Now, your answer should be, when you measure, there is a decimal when you measure, 7.4 cm. When you take your ruler to measure, and then you need to round off to nearest cm. Nearest cm means there's no decimal. It is a whole number. So that will be, draw a line to show how a whole number looks like. Then look at the digit nearest the line. Is it 5 or bigger? No. So you don't add 1. So your nearest cm is 7. Okay, 7 cm. I don't think you can have 8 cm, all right, because the answer key is also about 7 cm. Okay, so yeah, Caleb?
But I got 7.8 cm.
7.8 cm. But I don't think you got 7.8, right? Because I Mr. Measure is about 7.4. 7.8 is a bit too long already, a bit too far out already. Okay. If you get 7.5, okay, if you get 7.5 cm and then you round off and you get 8 cm, okay, maybe I will still give you 1 mark lah. I will still give you 1 mark because you get 7.5, right? Maybe you still get 1 mark, but you have to round off to 8 cm. Okay. All right, draw the corresponding height of the triangle with the side AC as the base. Okay, now this one, AC is your base. Then how to draw the height? Okay, how to draw the height? Okay, now, okay, this is a little not, okay, what you can do is you can actually take your ruler and extend the line. Or before that, let me show you something, okay? I can take my ruler and extend the red line, okay? Can you see the red line here? I want to draw something similar to this line, the same length. What do? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. Okay, right? Do you know that I can draw the same length without having to measure, right? So I count the squares, 4, and then here 2. Okay, and then I do the same thing from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, something like that. Then I extend the line a bit longer. Okay, why do I do that? Okay, now. Okay, of course, use a dotted line, dotted line. Okay, use a dotted line. Okay, then what do you do next? Then take your ruler. Okay, take your ruler. Okay, ruler can also be useful sometimes. Put it on the base. Okay, put it on the base and move it. Move, and make sure that your ruler is sitting nicely on the base. And then what happens when you draw the line? When you draw the line, your line must start from here. Okay, let me use a black color, or let me use a red color. Must start from here, and it must touch the corner here. So your line must start at the corner and ends at another corner. Okay, so let me just place my ruler. My ruler is not really very accurate, so let me just try to okay, something like that. See. Okay, right. So when you draw the line, when you draw lines, it must start from corner, ends at corner. Okay, and of course, don't use yeah, that's your height, that's your corresponding height already, right? But I think I should use a dotted line lah, because dotted line refers to the height, right? Yeah, that's the corresponding height. Okay, which is right angle to the base, AC. Okay, all right, or you can do this way. There's also another answer. You can also draw over here. Also can. Okay, also can. That is your corresponding height. So you have two answers. Okay, you have two answers, two drawings. And all the other unnecessary, all the other working lines, you got to erase now. Erase all these things because it's not part of the drawing. So all this working, you have to erase. Do you understand? Yeah. So I can have two. I can have two answers. Got it? This is how you draw the corresponding height, which is right angle to the base. All right. And there's no need to label, right? Yeah. So we don't have to label. Okay, but I think we can, yeah, we should put a label right angle box there. Right angle box. Okay, let's go to the next one. Any question? All right, no question, right? Okay, let's go on. Okay, question 26. The number line below is marked at equal intervals. What is the value of x? This is also not hard. Every time you have fractions and you want to compare the fractions, you just have to make the denominator the same. Then you can compare. So 5 times 4, 1 times 4. 4 times 5, 1 times 5. And still cannot compare, right? So if you still cannot compare, then just make the denominator bigger some more, right? Bigger some more. So how do you make it bigger some more? 5. Oh, by the way, why 5 times 4, 20? Yeah, Ms. Tong can have something smaller. Let me just erase this part. I can have something smaller. The bigger number you have, what happened? Then if the bigger number you have, 5 times 2, let me see, 20. Yeah, what is Ms. Tong doing? Common denominator is 20. There's no other way. Okay, yeah. So you have 5 times 4, 1 times 4, 4 times 5, 1 times 5. Yeah, so no mistake. Okay, nothing wrong. Okay, so you just have to make them the same denominator, but you still can't compare. Okay, then what do? All right. Then there is something called 4.5, right? Because if the middle number is 4.5, right? But there's no such thing as 4.5 over 20. No such thing. Then what do? You can actually get rid of the decimal. Times 2, and you will get 9 over 40, which is the fraction in the simplest form. So this is one way. Okay, there are also other ways, but let's not show you this way. So how do you get the number in the middle? You just have 4.5 over 20. And then how do you get rid of the decimal in the fraction? Times 2, become 9. Therefore, then 20 times 2 become 40. So your fraction will be 9 over 40. Understand? That is one way. Got it? All right, let's go to question 27. Okay, Kenneth deposit 8,200 in the bank for 1 year. The interest rate is 2% per year. So whenever there's a percentage, then there's 100%, which is your original sum. So what is the original money that you put inside? 8,200. All right, there's a 2% interest, right? So I just find 1%. You take 8,200 and divide by 100, and you take out 2 zeros, you will get 82 divided by 1, which is $82. So your 1 unit, $82. Then 2% or 2 unit is how much? So 82 times 2, that will be $164, which is the interest. This is only the interest. Okay, so what is the total money he will have all together? Then you take 8,200 plus the interest, and you will get $8,364, which is the total money after the interest. Okay, Janelle, understand, Janelle? Okay, you got to score high. Paper 1, you got to score high. You don't do well for paper 1, your whole entire paper is in danger already, right? Paper 1 has to score high, and it's not hard to do well, okay? As long as you understand, don't make the same mistakes, yeah, should be okay. Okay, question 28. Okay, now there's a method here, How many white squares are used to form figure 20? If you just keep looking at the picture and look, then you can look until still cannot solve. But there's a method. What's the method? This is a pattern problem. Pattern problem means draw a table. Have a table, all right? And that's the method. So label figure number, and then there's a white square. Okay, don't be lazy, okay? If you don't draw this, you find that you take more time to solve. And there's a total squares. Okay, there are 3 figures. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, why do you want to have a table? To look for number patterns. How do you look for number patterns if you don't even have a table? Then how do you find your patterns? All right, so the table is the method. So figure 1 has how many white squares? That will be 6 and 3 black. Total is 9. Figure 2 has 4 black and how many whites? That will be 10, right? 10. Total will be 14. And figure 3, there are 5 black. And there are how many? 14, right? 14 whites, right? And total is 19. Okay, then figure 20 will be how many white square? So I don't need to list. There's no need to do listing, right? Because there are ways, okay? There are ways to get your question mark. So are there special numbers in this table? Look out for special numbers. What are special numbers? Like 4, right? 2 times 2, 3 times 3. What else? 4 times 4, don't have, right? You don't have all these numbers in the table, so there are no special numbers. But there is something that is very easy, which is a fixed pattern. There's a fixed pattern. When there's a fixed pattern, jumping. If I increase one figure, I get 4 more whites. So from figure 3 to figure 20, there are 17 more figures. So I must have how many more whites? So 17 times 4. 17 times 4, I will need 68 more whites, right? 17 times 4. So 14 plus 68, that will be how many white squares? That will be 82 white squares in figure 20. Jumping method. And I can also do the same. I can also do the same for the total if I want, but no need lah. Okay, the question never asked you to do, so no need. I can also do the same for total. It's the same pattern. If there is a fixed pattern, you can jump. That's a shortcut already. Don't have to do listing. Okay, question 29. Okay, question 29. Okay, question 29 took me a while to think about that. Okay, because the picture is a bit hard to see. Okay, this picture is a bit hard to see. So, okay, but what is the capacity of the glass box? You will need to know how many cubes form the length, how many cubes form the breadth, and how many cubes form the height. Okay, that's what you need to know. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so let's look at the height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 cubes form the height. Okay, must know how to count. All right. And then how about the length? Okay, the length. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the green, not the red. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Okay, and then how about the breadth? The breadth will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, so how many cubes can you put inside the box? Length times breadth times height. All right, so do your working. So 11 times 6 is 66. Then times 7, you will get 462. And be very careful because 462 is the number of cubes. You need to find the volume. Capacity means the volume, not how many cubes. So you take, what is the volume of 1 cube? 1 cm cube. What is 1 cm cube? Every side is 1 cm. So what's the volume of 1 cube, which is 1 cm cube? So you take 462 cubes, and what's the volume of all these cubes? Then you multiply by 1 cm cube. So the volume of the tank is 462 centimeter cube. That's the volume. So be careful that you don't put 462 because 462 is the number of cubes and not the volume. Okay, all right. So just
will you lose marks if you don't write the CM3 at the back?
Paper 1 you have the unit lah. Paper 1, so you will
But
lose
in like
marks.
paper 2.
Yes, you will lose marks. Not only lose marks, you may even you may even, I don't know. Okay, but you'll lose marks lah. You'll lose marks if you don't have the units. Yeah. And how many marks? Half a mark. Okay, half a mark for missing units. All right, you should know every unit missing is half a mark gone. Okay, last question already. Okay, last question. Okay, we are on time. Okay, last question, and this one. Usually the last question is always the hardest, right? Okay, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be because why? Because you have the methods which is model. Right, this is not a before and after, so we don't need to have a table. We can draw a model for ratio, right? You look at this question, you stare and stare also no use unless you're very good in math, but otherwise apply your method, right? Mr. Ong say already, hard questions, what do? Think of your methods, which is usually you can draw a model, pairs to apple, 8:11. Okay, so you can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or you can cut it if you find it a bit troublesome, then let's do something a bit different, right? So it's up to you how you want to draw. I don't want to cut maybe because it's a bit too many boxes, then 8 units. Apples, 11 units. Okay, that's one way if you don't want to cut. There were 36 more oranges than pears. Okay, 36 more oranges than pears. Okay. Okay, so you have the pairs to apple is 8:11. There were 36 more oranges than pears. Okay, so let's draw a bit longer. Okay, now how should we draw? Mr. Ong, okay, when you draw, try to what? Try to put the oranges beside the pear. You can see that my oranges is the apple is separating the pears from the oranges, so it's a little hard. So what I will do is I want to put the oranges beside the pears. Then it's easier to compare. So it's okay to make adjustment. All right, so let's lower down the pears. Okay, 8 units, and then the apple, 11 units. Oranges, right? So there were 36 more oranges than pears. Okay, let's draw. How do you want to draw? Also up to you lah. Okay, but it has to be longer than the oranges, which is 36 more, something like that lah. But remember, as you draw, it may not be perfect. You can always do adjustment. You can always erase and do adjustment. And there were 12 more oranges than apples. 12 more oranges than apple. Oh, now you can see that my oranges rectangle must be longer. So that's why you can see that you can make adjustment. Okay, so let's draw a little bit longer. Okay, something like that. Okay, let me just erase this part. Okay. Okay, and so see, so the oranges must be the most. Okay, the oranges must be the most. Okay, let me just draw a bit nicely. Okay, all right. So let's try again. There were 36 more oranges than pears. So this is your 36. Okay, and there were 12 more oranges than apples. So this, see, when you draw a model, it's never perfect. You can always do adjustment. Just try to draw according to what the sentence say without solving. Just try to draw out the problem. And how many apples did Owen buy? So question mark. Here, my model is done. I don't know how to do, you see? I don't know how to do. But I draw the model and then can do already. Yeah. 8 units. Yeah. And then what is this? What is this? 36 minus 12 is 24, which is how many units? 11 minus 8, 3 units. So my 3 units is 24. My 1 unit is 8. Then question mark, 11 unit, there must be 88 apples. Yeah. Can you see the method supposed to help you? If you can't solve, then you better think of your method already. Think about your model, how to draw out the problem. Otherwise, you find that it's almost hard to get the answer. Right? This is how you draw the model and then use the model to work out the answer. That's as simple as it is. Okay, got it? So when you go to paper 2, same thing. You apply your method, go through the method, go through the process, and then you can't get the answer, you will still get some method marks. Okay, do you understand the model or do you want me to go through again? So Ming-Xuan, understand the drawing? Okay, yeah, and the model not very hard to draw also. It's like quite easy to draw also. Question is hard, but you look at the model, actually not that hard to draw. Okay, all right, so we come to the end of the paper one. Any question? All right, so you add out your marks. Okay, this paper one is a little, okay, it's a little harder. So, okay, but the more you do, you should be making lesser mistakes and more new mistakes. You should be making lesser old mistakes, but more new mistakes. And not making more old mistakes and more new mistakes, then that's gone already. Okay, so if there's no question, all right, then next week we will have another paper one lesson. Okay, and then anyone has any question, you can stay behind and then I will answer your question. All right. Okay, so I'll see you on the next Monday. All right, so goodbye everybody. See you next Monday. All right, and then you can stay behind if you need to ask. Okay, bye Mission. All right, bye-bye. Okay, Jordan's. Okay, see you later. All right, everybody else, bye-bye. And if you need to stay back, you can stay back. How about Caleb? Got a question to ask?
Yeah, wait, I checked the page.
Change the what? Change the... Okay.
I checked the page number first.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
okay.
Mr. Ong, can you help me with question 11 and 12?
Question 11 and 12.
For 12, I don't understand. For 11, I just forgot how to.
Okay, we are question. Okay, let's answer Anson first. Okay, then and then Caleb will be later. Question 11. Question 11. Where's 11?
I don't know. I know, like, I just don't know how to get the percentage.
Okay. All right, this is the concept, how to get the percentage discount. Think of, always get your fraction. Okay, get your fraction. So let's erase all this thing. So this question is a little, of course you have to do more things lah, do more steps. So how do you get the percentage discount for 10 tickets? So there's a $2 discount for every 4 tickets, right? So if I got 10 tickets, grouping, break up into groups of 4. So there are 4 tickets. So how much is this 4 tickets? You take $8 times 4, $32, right? Then $32, you have to minus the $2 discount. So you only pay $30 instead of $32. Okay, that part understand? Huh? Then you break up another group of 4, which is another $30. And then there's a remainder, there's a 2. That one, no discount. So how much is that? 2 times $8 each. That'll be $16. So how much do you pay for all these tickets with discount? You only have to pay $76. Okay. All right.
Okay.
To get the percentage discount, you have to know, of course, the discount. How much is the discount? So to get the discount, you have to find the original. What is the original price?
80.
Okay, 80. You know how to get 80? Which is 10
Plus
times
4.
8.
You just have to
Not
plus
plus
$4.
Oh, no, not
you
plus
can
4.
just plus $4 because $2 discount for every
Okay,
4
also
tickets.
can. So the original price is 80 for all the tickets. Then minus 76, of course, this is your discount. So you need the discount to get your fraction. So lesson here, to get percentage discount, always get your fraction. The numerator is the discount. The denominator is the original. The
76?
number. Yeah. No. What is the original? What is the price at first? 80. And then simplest form. Because no calculator, right? So simplest form will
120.
be 1 over 20. And then make the denominator 100. Then
No,
20
I thought
times
it's
5.
times 100.
No, 20 times 5. Or also can. You also can take 1 over 20 times 100. You can. There are 2 ways to get your percentage. You can also do this way. Also can. Same. No difference. Same. Okay. So if your denominator is 100 already over here, then 5%. Also
No,
can.
I didn't know how to do this because I keep making 4 over 76.
Oh, then that's wrong already because your denominator is the price at first. It's always at first. The denominator is always at first when you want to get your percentage. Okay, that's all you need to remember. Okay. All right. And then question 12, right? For answer, right? Okay. Now question 12. Okay. Now Miss need to erase everything here.
I got like 4 to 3.
Then 4 is 3, but cannot because
But actually, question 12 can use guess and check.
Oh no, guess and check will take a long. Of course, you can do guess and check as a final, as a last resort. Okay, last resort. But there's a proper way. There's a proper way to do this. So each table has either 3 or 5. the number of tables to chairs is 7:25. What does that mean? It means that 7 tables share 25 chairs. You take
The
20. Yep. You take
the
25. Yep.
The most amount possible is 35. The least amount possible is 21.
Oh no. All the chairs are used by the tables. All the chairs are used by the table. So there is no leftover chairs that are not used. Like 25 chairs. All these chairs are all used. So you divide by 7 tables. Each table must have at least 3 chairs. And there's a remainder 4 tables, which you are going to assign to some tables.
5 chairs?
Yeah, to get 5 chairs. All right. So how to know how many tables got 3 chairs and 5 chairs? How to know that? Well, then that's why I draw that model. That
21 has 3, 4 has 5.
Okay, you can see there are 7 tables here. 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 7 tables. These are tables. So every table got at least 3. So, okay, so every table got at least 3. Then you just draw 3 rows. Okay, 3 rows. And one table got 3 chairs, 3 chairs, 3. So every table got
21.
at least 3. Yeah, every table got at least 3 chairs already. That's your diagram. Is it a model? More like a diagram, not really a model. And then the remainder 4 goes where? The remainder 4 goes to those tables with 5 chairs. So how to go to those tables?
What do you mean remaining table is 5 chairs?
Like each table has either 3 or 5.
Yeah, but then how do you know that the remaining 4 is 5 instead
that
of
remainder
3?
4, this remainder 4 chairs, you have to allocate to some tables. Like let's look at this. Let's look at this 2 table. Okay, I just add another 2 more chairs. That's a remainder 4 already.
Oh my god, this is so smart.
Okay, so how many tables have 3 chairs? Then you start counting. Okay, start counting how many tables got 3 chairs. So this is 5 tables got 3 chairs. How many tables got 5 chairs? 2. 2 tables got 5 chairs. So what's the ratio of tables with 5 chairs to 3 chairs?
5:2.
2 is to 5. 2 is to 5. Okay, understand now? So Caleb, is this
is this type of question common in PSLE?
Be prepared because there can be other kinds of unfamiliar questions. This is just one of them. Okay, understand, this is just one of them. There are other, and also we can invent also, Miss must tell you, we can invent questions which are not familiar. Okay, so you can have all kinds. Okay, questions can be invented. Okay, just take note. Okay, Caleb, what's your question?
Question 15.
Question 15. Okay, question 15. 15 is, this one. Okay, now this one is, your concept must be good in order to do this, because you can see there are a few circles there, right? So concept of what is the same, make equal. What is the same, make the numbers equal. Okay, so first thing is to write out the ratio. Every time you see ratio A to B to C, you need to write down 1:9:4. Okay, and then the second thing is you must know how to change the fraction to ratio. Otherwise, you are stuck. So how do you change? 1/4 of circle A to 1/4 of circle A is shaded. So circle A has how many? When you draw the model, circle A has 4 units, and 1 unit is shaded. So you will need to know how to change the fraction to ratio. Once you have done that, what is the same? Make equal. So make the number equal. Understand? So this entire ratio, you also times 4. And you have 4:36:16. And this is already 4, nothing to do, no need to do anything. That is 1. So you can call them units because they are equal already. Equal already can call units. This part, are you clear? This one is important now because otherwise from here you can't do already if you don't understand. Okay, next step, transfer the units into the diagram. So your shaded 1/4 of A is shaded 1 unit. Okay, the unshaded A must be 3. Okay, circle C must be 16. Right? And then your circle B is how many units in total? Circle B is 36 units. And what is the unshaded circle B? You have to minus 1 unit minus 16 units And you will get what? You will get, I think you will get 19 units, which is the unshaded C. Caleb, this part, you understand why 19? Understand 19, right? Then what fraction of the whole figure? So you have to add up all the units. So 3 plus 1 plus 19 plus 16. Add up all the numbers here. Add up all these to get the whole figure, which is 39. And how many units are shaded? Then you add 1 unit plus 16, which is 17 units are shaded. Okay, that's how you get 17 over 39. Are you clear, Caleb? Yeah. Okay, any more question?
No.
Okay, so that's, yeah. So this paper is a little tougher. Anson, are you there, Anson? Are you there, Anson? Besides, we're going to end the lesson already. Okay.
Okay.
So next week we will continue with paper 1 lesson. All right. So
What school is it gonna be next week?
Okay,
Which
Miss Ong will tell you. Okay, Miss Ong would like to give surprises. Okay,
Wait,
surprises.
when are you gonna send it?
I will send it usually on Thursday. Okay, on Thursday.
Okay.
Okay.
Send it earlier because
Earlier, Miss Ong need to look at the papers to filter. Must filter the paper
okay.
because some papers don't know, cannot see also, cannot see clearly.
You took the question 29 on here to put in the heuristic.
Yes, Miss Ong told you already. Some of the questions I put inside the worksheets. Yeah, so it's like, so if you understand if you're done, you understand your mistake, then you do the paper 1 should not have the same mistakes already.
Okay.
Okay, all right. If there's no question, I'll see you next Monday. All right. Okay, so goodbye. See you next week.
Bye bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
goodbye. All right, have a good rest.